Hi, this morning I'm wanting to give you an update on my Kool-logs, and this is my Miltonia cloacae. Now, I had high hopes. It does like moisture, and the Kool-logs supply moisture. I mounted it, but I noticed, if I can get closer here, it's not as happy as it was when I had it mounted differently. I mean, this has happened since, that has happened since I've mounted it just in a couple of days. Now I'm thinking the moisture probably for the Miltonia would be a good idea because they like moisture. I mean, the moisture from the log, pardon me, I'm still half asleep here. The moisture from the log, the Miltonia needs that, but I'm thinking it's cool, and it's not a cool grower. So I'm thinking perhaps the log isn't suitable for the Miltonia in my kitchen environment with my somewhat dry humidity. Now I do know the Kool-logs work wonderful for Brittany from Holy Orchids. So on her video, she showed us her Kool-log mounted orchids are thriving. But then she has a different environment. It's warmer, it's breezy. Mine is here in the kitchen, and I do have a ceiling fan going on all the time, and I do open the doors. But you know what? I don't know, it just, it's, the Kool-log really is sort of like a tool, and not all tools are useful for all jobs, I guess, if you want to put it that way. So although I do like the Kool-logs, I'm disappointed that they're not working for me as well as I thought they might. Now this is the smallest Kool-log, and I had this Cattleya on it, but what was I thinking? The Kool-log keeps things moist constantly, and Cattleyas want their roots to be dried out. I think I just got sort of swept up in the moment of these Kool-logs, and they would be the answer to my having the most thriving, wonderful orchids. But then I looked at the Kool-log, and it was, even though I had taken all of the moss off that it was mounted on and just had it like bare mounted, the roots were still too wet. So I should have known better in the beginning. Again, the Kool-log is a tool. I wasn't using the tool in the proper way. So I really can't blame Kool-logs. It was my misuse of Kool-logs. I think Kool-logs are, as a tool, have a wonderful place, but not unfortunately in my kitchen environment. So what I did was I took this little baby Cattleya off and put it into the spag moss. I find spag moss, put it in, didn't stuff it in too much, just lightly, but I find it good as recovery medium. So I've put the little Cool Moss, I've created a new product, Cool Moss. I've put the spag moss into the little 2-inch, and then I'm going to put it into my what I call my little orchid hospital, so it can sit there. Oh, I might as well show you my orchid hospital. My orchid hospital are these little orchids down here. This is where things are recovering, so that's pretty well my little orchid hospital. So yeah, that's my orchid hospital. So this little one will go into my orchid hospital and recover there quite nicely. This is my little Dendrobium unicum on the smallest log, and I took the water. I poured the water out, and decided just to mist it. But then I'm thinking, again, it's quite cool to the touch, and dendrobiums like warmth. So I'm going to remove this and put it back into the spag moss that I was using to rescue it. As I said earlier, I find spag moss is a good kind of rescue medium to use. And again, I guess the Kool-log just wasn't the right tool to use with this little dendrobium, and basically I'm going to take all my plants off the Kool-logs and put them back into pots. And then when I find, when I purchase orchids that like cool and moist, then which I'm going to do, I've just avoided them. I guess some of them, what do they call them? Not Masdevallias. Yeah, Masdevallias. Some of those like to have cool and moist. So I'm going to look for the cool and moist orchids that I totally ignored because my conditions aren't such. So I'm optimistic that the orchid logs, what did I call them? The Kool-logs will work for me. I really like them, and if I can't find a use for them that way, I don't know, I'll do them something, I'll use them in some other way. I don't know, I'm gonna be creative about it because I do like them. I like the look of them, I like the idea of them, and perhaps what I might do is do some silk flower, do some kind of silk little flower arrangement on them. I don't know. Give them to my mother. She can't grow orchids, so I'll do a little arrangement. I don't know what I'll do, but anyway, it's fun experimenting and trying things. So for me, unfortunately, the Kool-logs didn't work in my kitchen environment, which is intermediate temperatures and somewhat on the dry side. So, you know, your environment is different, and like it worked really well for Brittany, and I think it's working really well for Astrid, but they live in warmer, you know, in a warmer climate than I do, and it's, I think, probably, I mean, without a doubt, that's the key. So I hope that my experience here has helped you in making decisions on what you want to, you know, what you want to do and what you want to grow. If you want to grow something that's cool and that requires cool and moist, Kool-logs are great. Or if you're living, your growing environment is warm and breezy, perfect. So yeah, anyway, it's a good lesson. I mean, I like experimenting, and when you experiment, you don't always get what you want or results that you expect. And this was one of those times. But hey, I think Kool-logs are great in some cases. So if you have enjoyed this video and found it useful, I'm going to be doing some more updates on my other orchids soon, some other experiments I've tried. So if you want to see those, please subscribe, and you'll be one of the first to see what's happened with my experiments. So bye for now.